Yeah, the business of law firms class I co-taught with David Zornow, who's a partner at Skadden Arps. And although the class feels like it would have a practical orientation, it was designed in true Yale Law School fashion to marry the practical with the theoretical. I'm writing a book about the organization of law firms because law firms and other professional services firms are the only large businesses in modern economies that still tend to be owned by their workers. And that creates in law firms a number of really unusual problems that don't appear in other kinds of businesses. Among other things, it creates a problem of what I call collapse, in which partners depart a law firm in an accelerating spiral that resembles a kind of run on the bank. I've published an article that these spirals of partner departures wouldn't happen if law firms were owned by investors rather than by workers. I really enjoy teaching trusts and estates. It's a fast-moving tour through hilarious and tragic family squabbles. All sorts of crazy things happen in the class. Today we were talking about a man who adopted his wife. If you can imagine it, it'll surface in a trusts and estates class. I'm also interested in it because it raises deep theoretical questions about the nature of the family, even about the nature of law. Recently, I've been working on, with Yair Listikin of our faculty, a study which was funded by the Oscar Rubhausen Foundation here at Yale Law School, which asked 9,000 American adults how they'd like to distribute their property when they die. We found some really surprising things. We found that people give a lot less to their spouses than you might otherwise expect. We found that people give much more to their non-marital partners than we might have expected. Less than to spouses, but still more than we might have predicted. We find that the tendency to give to spouses is powerfully correlated with race, gender, and class. Men give much more than women, and wealthy, well-educated, and white people give more than others. We also found that people are shockingly generous, in my view, shockingly, to their stepchildren. Under existing state laws, stepchildren get basically nothing when a person dies without a will. But in our survey, people preferred stepchildren over any other category of relative other than their own spouses and children. People preferred stepchildren over their parents, over their siblings, over their aunts, uncles, cousins, and nieces and nephews. Quite remarkable. I'm very happy to be a part of the Chae initiative. This is the Michael and Alexa Chae Initiative for Private Sector Leadership. It's part of the larger Joseph Tsai leadership program at the law school. And its objective is to try to embrace and intensify the commitment that Yale Law School has always had to developing leaders in business and society. The Private Sector Leadership Initiative focuses specifically on developing leaders in business, and it consists of three main components: instruction, mentorship, and credentialing. The instruction component consists of classes, formal classes that we'll offer for credit at the law school, and for which we're going to bring in instructors from outside of the law school. The second component of the leadership program involves mentorship. Each one of the fellows of the leadership program is matched with an alumnus or alumna in the industry that the fellow aspires to enter. In addition, we're making other less formal connections with alumni. And lastly, there's a credentialing component. Every year we aim to identify about 24 students with a deep interest in business to become fellows of the Chae Initiative. And our hope is that when they go out into the world and seek employment, that employers will understand that fellowship as an indicator that this student has learned a lot, not just about business law, but also about business itself.